Okay, moving along.
All right, on to my story. This one comes from the Am I the Asshole category. It's from 2 years ago, so it's been a little decent one. Would I be the asshole for reporting my child's teacher? This is an alt account because my family knows my Reddit. My spouse, 41 male, and I, 41 female, have a child that we're going to call Hannah, 15 female. Last week, I picked Hannah up from school, and she said that one of her teachers, who we'll call Miss K, took her phone for looking at it during class. I told her she needed to keep her phone in her pocket during class. Then Hannah tells that Mrs. K hasn't returned it yet. I thought that was a little weird, but whatever. Go get it tomorrow. Every day after Hannah tells me she asked for it back and Mrs. K refuses. On Thursday, I sent her an email asking when we can expect the phone back and that I would like her to have it for when she works this weekend. No reply. A whole week of this passes. Today, Hannah gets in the car and tells me she asked and Mrs. K didn't even answer. She just ignored her. I lost my patience and went into the school. I found Mrs. K standing outside her classroom and told her it was time to give me the phone back. She tells me that Hannah needs to learn to stop using her phone in class, and I tell her that I agree and that she can take her phone away every day in her class if she feels she needs to, but it's not acceptable for her to just keep the phone for this long. I made a scene. Students and teachers alike were staring, but she relented and said she would get the phone out of her office and came back about 3 minutes later. I feel like an idiot for not checking the phone when she handed it to me. I didn't give Hannah back her phone from my purse until she was done with her assignments for today, and a couple minutes after she comes back to me in a panic. 2 things were wrong. 1, the screen was now cracked, and it wasn't before she gave it to Mrs. K. 2, she had to re-log into her Apple ID, which we thought was very odd. She then looked at her account settings and saw a second Apple ID with Mrs. K's full name and avatar. We think she may have merged the data or something too because there were contacts we didn't recognize on the phone. I lost it and told Hannah she can't use the phone for now because I'm worried Mrs. K has access to anything on her end and sent an email to her demanding an explanation. There has not been a reply. I'm seriously considering reporting her to an administrator and having her pay for the screen repair, but my husband thinks that will cause her to retaliate on her daughter, and I might have overstepped by confronting her today. He also thinks it's possible she may have made a mistake and accidentally thought she was on her own phone or something, and that this IT guy could help by separating the IDs. He thinks we should let it go now that the phone is returned. I agree that he might be right about Mrs. K retaliating and I might be overreacting, but I'm having a hard time accepting the state that she returned Hannah's phone and just letting things go. Would I be the asshole for reporting her to the administration?
No, not at all. Get her fired. Go to the principal. Go. I wouldn't have even messaged Mrs. K directly. I would have went directly to the principal. There's no way. This is insane.
Exactly. Like, what?
That's not a mistake. There's no way you mistakenly put your Apple ID on someone else's phone.
Yeah, exactly.
What world is that a mistake?
Cracking the screen, okay, maybe something happened in her drawer and the screen got cracked and it's whatever. But Apple ID on the phone, undeniable.
No.
There is nothing that you can do to defend yourself from that. That takes so much effort to do that. I do have some questions. I have tons of questions. I have so many questions. First off, there should be a password on the phone.
Yeah, that too.
I could understand maybe as a parent you don't want your kid to have a password for your sake, but that's not acceptable. That you should have a password on every phone. You should just know what that password is.
Yeah.
It's like my laptop. Like I have a password on my laptop, but anybody I know is free welcome to know what my password for my laptop is because I know you and I'm okay with you. It's for strangers who try to steal my device. It's security reasons.
Yeah.
So same thing with your phone. I have a password on it. Anybody who's like, hey, can I have access to your phone? It's like, sure. Here's my password. Like it's no big deal if I know you. It's for in case you steal it.
Yeah.
You can't have access to it. So have your Apple ID on there is unacceptable. Could have been avoided by maybe a password on the phone, but there's still no excuse for that.
No, I would be livid.
I would be so mad.
The husband just trying to like push us under the rug. No, you're a pushover.
He is a people pleaser.
No,
doormat.
Grow some balls. Sorry.
Exactly. Man up.
Yeah, no, but like stand up for your daughter. Like obviously something is wrong here. The teacher should be fired. in my
Even
opinion.
before it got to this point, it said like she had the phone for like a week or two or something like that.
Even without all these issues.
Yeah, I wouldn't one day, the day. I like if my kid came to the car and she's like, I don't have my phone, I'd be like, your $2,000 iPhone is not with you. No, we're going to get it right now. We're not leaving. Teacher's not there. We're going to the principal's office. You need to unlock that desk and get that phone. I'm not leaving without the phone. Listen, if the kid pulled the phone out during the middle of class, okay, sure, take it. Put it up on the desk. There should be like a phone bucket in these classes nowadays where like your phone goes into this bucket when you walk in, but that's like, you can't really do that because it's stolen stuff. But like if you're on your phone, okay, your phone comes up and it's on your desk where everybody can see it. It doesn't go hidden away in a drawer. But like you should keep your phone in your pocket, but you should get it back at the end of that class. The teacher should be not keeping it for any longer than their class.
Yeah.
I would riot if my kid came back missing. I'm like, my kid has to walk home from school or something like that, or bike home from school, or has to go do something. Like, I need them GPS tracking on that phone. I need them to be able to call 911. I need them to be able to be safe and stuff. So that's
a great point.
No, like she's like, I needed to have it back for when she works on the weekend. Like, what about the whole weekday, the whole week? Like it sounded like she had it for about 2 weeks here. Unacceptable in my pocket. You wouldn't be able to keep the phone for more than one day if that was my kid.
No.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be giving my kid an iPhone. I don't know about that because I grew up with no phones and stuff like that. But if I did, that would be absolutely unacceptable to me for the teacher to have it. Yeah,
that's your own property. The teacher has no right to take it after school hours. That's insane.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would be so upset even before the whole
I'd be upset about the cracked screen and then the Apple ID. Like, come on. Also,
too many red flags.
So many red flags. Red flags for keeping it too long. Red flag for logging in. Red flag for the cracked screen. Also, never buy an iPhone without having a case and a screen protector on it. For the whole times I've had these phones, I have never had a cracked screen, and I drop my phone 3 times a day.
Yeah,
you put a case on it and you put a screen protector on it, and I've never damaged my actual iPhone. Mm-hmm. If you don't do those things, they're gonna get damaged.
Yeah,
I drop my iPhone all the time.
Me too.
All the time.
Yeah, but still,
who doesn't drop their phone all the time?
I know.
But still, I mean, the teacher's responsible for it.
Yeah,
for
100%.
Sure.
Is there any update? Did she get fired?
Yeah, there's no update or anything. Just top comment is, not the asshole, report this. The teacher took the phone for a week, damaged it, and had the audacity to log themselves in as if they owned it. And they even refused to hand it to you initially. Report this ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no excuses here.
The next comment, not the asshole. It seems more likely the teacher swapped your daughter's undamaged phone with her own.
Oh.
ETA, you should be able to see the unique ID from the purchase of the phone. Compare it to the one in your possession. If it is your daughter's phone and not swapped, she is responsible for the damages while it is in her care. Mm-hmm. Imagine if she took a student's phone and she's like, oh yeah, this is an iPhone 13 Pro in black. Why don't the screen's not cracked. Why don't I just swap these out? Mine is the same phone and it's damaged. I'm going to swap this stuff out.
Yeah, but how did she think she was going to get away with it?
I don't know. You know, like, she's a teacher, so maybe she's older. Maybe she doesn't understand that you can't really get away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I had a witch of a supply teacher named Mrs. K too in elementary school. Yeah,
maybe this is her.
It's bringing up some trauma, some PTSD.
That's funny. What grade were you in when you got a cell phone?
I think grade 7.
Grade 7.
Yeah, I had my BlackBerry.
BlackBerry
Was my first iPhone. I remember
iPhone.
BBM.
Your BlackBerry was your first iPhone?
Sorry. BlackBerry was my first phone. I remember BBM. Right?
Yeah.
BlackBerry Messenger. Yeah.
BBM was the shit.
Yeah, like changing your status and stuff. It was like the cool. If you didn't have a BlackBerry, you weren't cool. So
yeah, I did have a BlackBerry at one point. That's funny. Okay, so one thing, if you guys are new to us, we have a 5-year age gap. Mm-hmm. Teresa's 5 years younger than me. So grade 7 would have put me like Grade 12.
Yeah.
So for me, it would have been grade 10 was when I got my first cell phone. I had to save up. I had to pay for it by myself. And I got the Walmart $50 flip phone T9. Do you know what T9 is?
No.
So T9 is when you didn't have a full keyboard and you only had the 1 through 9, and each letter was like 1 to 4 letters.
Yeah.
So it was like predictive texting. So if you typed in like eat, whatever the letters are for EAT, and then it would be like what you could make the words and like top one, second one. So that made texting faster. So I had those flip up phones that had like the monthly pay as you go plan where I could put like $10, $20. I paid $10 for unlimited
wow.
texting. But if I took any phone calls, it would just drain it. And then I'd be like locked out. So like I never did any phone calls. And like, unless it was very important, like my grandma or something, I would only ever text. And I went through a couple of those. I remember like losing my flip phone, like riding ATVs and stuff, and then I had to go back to Walmart and buy another one that was like $70. And then at one point I got the one with like the slide up keyboard, the one that like slid up and a full keyboard came out.
I remember
and
those
I was
ones.
like, oh my god, I could full text, this is amazing. So like that was when I had those phones, like the pay as you go phones in high school. Like there was no games, you were texting only. There's really like I don't remember any incident where getting my phone taken away or using it in class. Like there was nothing to do unless somebody was texting you.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do to reply to a text. There was no games, no Instagram, no social media or anything like that. So I don't know how these kids do it in school now. Like Instagram for me came out like after I graduated from high school. Like college is when Instagram started.
Yeah, I don't remember if it started. I think it also started for me like when I was in grade 9-ish, like around high school. But I don't remember ever getting my phone taken away.
Yeah.
I never did. I mean, I was a goody two shoes, but
I'd go to parties with a digital camera and then I'd have to upload them onto Facebook on my computer.
I mean, I did too.
That was my social media that I had, was Facebook uploads from my computer.
I did that too.
Of a digital camera.
Yeah.
And then I got a BlackBerry. Love BlackBerry. And then I got an iPhone. And then I haven't gotten anything switching iPhone. Love iPhone.
Yeah.
Love Apple. I call everything an iPhone. I've been making some of my
Me too.
YouTube.
I just made the mistake.
on my car YouTube channel, I make the videos and I'm like, oh yeah, it has an iPhone holder in this car. And the comments are like, there's other phones besides iPhones. I'm like, nah,
No.
there really isn't. I'm dealing with a customer and they have an Android and stuff like that. I just call it the dark side. If you're not an iPhone, you're on the dark side. And every like tablet is an iPad to me.
Yeah.
Like
me too.
You drive a Tesla. Tesla has an iPad in the center.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along.
All right.